All right, everybody, we're back in Turismo. We're about to race around my track that I've been kind of waiting for. We're on Nürburgring Nordschleife Golf GTI, talking about how I think all you guys are all wrong about the car debacle in this game, and how everyone's disliking all the cars that they're releasing, all the economy cars, all the minivans, SUVs, the alike, and just going to talk about why I think you're wrong while we're trying to get around the ring in this little economy box car. All I did with this is put on sports medium tires just to get that set going. And basically, to first start off, one main point is, since this has been from day one, from game one, Gran Turismo, it's in the name. This is a driving simulator. This is not a racing simulator, so we don't necessarily need, or they're not, the whole point of them is not to bring out all racing cars, Group 3 cars, whatever. The whole point is to the history of the cars, all the difference of cars. What has been kind of from the get-go, from the beginning, is the whole point I feel about what this game is, mainly is to collect cars and have different cars and learn about them. And they don't, it's a driving simulator, yes, which in turn there also can be racing, so we are going to race them. So that's one main point. And then the other thing I would say is why it's better is replayability. That way you can go back and race all the cars on all the tracks and soup them up if you want to, or as I tend to do, not really soup them up until you have to. So everyone's complaining about all the car rosters, but that's kind of the point of this game. This isn't a full-on racing simulator. Yes, I knew they do have the GT Sport. They have made plenty of actual race car drivers from this game, but in general, it's for the love of cars and learning about cars and having different vehicles all alike. And then you can go back and over again and race races and see which ones you can beat them with the least powered cars or the most powered cars, and do whatever you seem fit. So in actuality, I tend to like it, because I tend to like the some of the slower cars better anyway, because a lot of times it'll be harder to win the races. Kind of, they're closer races, they're a lot more grouped together, and you may or may not have to fight to get your positions rather than blowing past everyone. And then like it is now that I'm in last place, just having the course all to yourself, which but then again, I kind of like that to a degree. I kind of do drive a bit more aggressively and have crappier lines when I'm behind people and can't see exactly where I'm going, especially if I don't know the track by heart. And I haven't raced this track in quite some time, because I took quite a bit of time off from racing games and these games, and for quite a while was mainly been on simulator style games and games that I feel like I could picture myself doing, so to speak. I do have a wheel, but it has not been hooked up in many a years. I got a Thrustmaster T300 RS, I think it is. I bought it, I don't know how many years ago, and actually I've only used it a very minimal amount, because I always disliked how whenever I would turn on my PlayStation, it would calibrate itself and spin wildly, and paranoid about it breaking itself, and then the whole energy consumption and whatnot. So I kind of just unplugged it and haven't used it for some time, and now I'm in a new home and kind of paranoid about the electricity as it is, so haven't even tried hooking it up. Oh, is it starting to rain? But I feel like it's a definite benefit to having some of these worse cars. I mean, this is an iconic car, so I wouldn't consider this a worse car, and people probably weren't complaining when this thing came to the game, but some of the other ones like the Honda CR-V or SUVs are crappier cars that people are kind of poo-pooing all over. This game isn't about full-on racing simulation. If you want that, there's other games out there for it. Even Assetto Corsa is probably a little bit more similar, but even that in itself has a lot of normal cars in it. I have the very first one, but you want full-on race simulation, that probably should have a computer and probably should have some of these other games. And I don't even know, like, the talk about now is whatever this new, not Project Cars, but whatever, can't remember what it's called, but new game that's going to be coming out that's made by Giants and everything. Like, I don't even think that's necessarily, people are saying that might be surpassed this. Like, a lot of those games, I wouldn't even call them direct competitors. Yes, they're all racing games, but that one is going to be more of a kind of all race cars, whatnot. Wouldn't necessarily be a direct competitor, so to speak. It's not too many games that are ultimately like this that you can race as well as just kind of enjoy the cars. See how slow of a lap I turn out on this thing. Clearly going to come in last place, obviously, but that wasn't the point. I was kind of haven't raced this track yet in this game. I just got the game recently. I didn't have a PS5. Wasn't going to buy it until I had a PS5, and didn't want to spend the money for quite some time anyway, so we're finally back at it. Getting ready to rock it out. The Turismo games were my thing when I first started out. I'm playing these games, or playing, I guess I'd like to say that the Turismo series, Gran Turismo, was the game that made me realize I was actually a gamer, as opposed to, obviously played quite a few games before this, but first Gran Turismo is when I really buckled down and playing it all the time, and couldn't wait to play it, and realized, yeah, this is one thing at least that I really like to do. Used to have many nights playing this, or me and my friends would play one of the first test drive games, and got older and drank while we were playing sometimes, and had some fun old times. But I don't think everyone should be upset about the car roster. Because the way it boils down to, this is a driving simulator, not a racing simulator. Casanova is all about the history and the love of cars, so it might not be as slow as the lap I thought. Could even pretty close to 10 minutes. 10 minutes or faster on this track is pretty good, I'd say. So we got 934 and a Golf GTI. Let's watch a crappy replay and then I'm gonna have to come back here in a real car and try and actually win it so I can win the last AMG vehicle. I think everyone should learn to appreciate all the variety of cars that are in this game. Not poo-poo all over them, because I'll keep on reiterating, it's a driving simulator, and all it is about is gives you more replayability. You can go back to your Sunday Cup and see how many cars you can try and beat it with, or suit these cars up to the nines and try and be the odd man out, and I don't know what I'm trying to think of the word. I'm like the underdog and try and take them out. Not to mention it's much funner to drive a slow car fast than it is a fast car slow, so it's a lot funner to drive these things full bore at their limit as opposed to trying to really concentrate on your throttle control and everything, not be able to use all the power. Same would go for motorcycles, even though this game doesn't have motorcycles in it. Nice and wobbly this is with the stock suspension. Especially like replayability wise, especially something like this. You can come to this track and nice long course to take as many cars as you want to here and see how fast you can get around the track. CS ultimately, I guess it is. Well, it's not like it's open world driving around in whatever cars you'd like, but it is racing on racetracks all the time. But this game, to me, it's more about the variety of the cars and owning as many cars as you can and trying to collect them all and changing things up and racing the races as many times as you want with different vehicles. Be that is in something slow and stupid like people don't like, or taking a race car. So this might be a nice short and sweet one. We'll finish off this replay, and that was my thoughts on everyone hating on this game lately about releasing all the crazy cars. Like, I mean, I'm definitely going to try and get some of these lesser race car-ish cars before the other ones. Like, we got a new update coming up with a couple of the Corvettes. It's like, even if I do have the money, I'm not going to be going gung-ho straight for those things. I'd rather spend $1 million on 20 cars than one car. I had been winning all these races in this menu book with a 01 Porsche, whatever it is, 993 I think it is. But I do need to go back and try and tweak whatever it did to the aerodynamics and handling, because I think I made it worse. Which is one thing that I would say that's what people should be more hating on, is the fact that you can't get downforce on the vehicle unless you put the obnoxiously ugly wings that they have. Even if it's a vehicle that already has a wing on it, you can't use its downforce. You have to put one of their stupid custom wings on, which I think they're all pretty ugly. So if you have to poo-poo on anything, I think it should be the selection of wings. If anything, they should let you be able to design your own or have real aftermarket wings rather than the silly ones that they have that it's the same one on every single vehicle, aside from changing the little side wings. Not the fact that we have a Honda CRV. The fact that we have crappy wings. So a nice 9.5 minute lap around the Nürburgring. So thank you all. Thank you all. Please like, subscribe, and there'll probably be more Turismo in the future. We'll see whatever we get along to. If you like SnowRunner, there's a crap ton of videos on my channel about that game, but kind of been steering away from making videos on that because don't exactly want to do videos of every single mission, and my channel never probably will be big, and people don't watch the videos for long enough as it is. It's hit or miss. Sometimes the video will do good and then you do the exact same thing and it does terrible. So we get a little rain action. Should be some, not the last couple corners, but not too much longer. This, I guess, necessarily won't be a short video, like I said, because it took 9.5 minutes and then 9.5 minute replay, so not super short, but I'm still waiting for Fox bodies. So we got a bunch of Mustangs, but never have had Fox bodies in this series. There's really only a couple of games actually that actually have them. So thank y'all for watching. I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.